welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Previously on Blades and Banners, our crew departed from the port of Savenir after exploring the origins of an alchemical formula that they had stolen from a rival principality. On their way back, they encountered a wrecked ship that seemed to be a victim of one of the ships that attacked them on their way out. They rescued a sole survivor and salvaged some gear from the ship. However, that night, alerted by strange movement in the ship, Finian discovered their supposed survivor climbing back onto the ship after seeming to have disabled their rudder. After confronting the Saboteur, Finian was shocked to see as she transformed into a humanoid tiger. And that's where we left off.
And she starts to change. You see hair start to run along her arms, and her shoulders widen, and her legs, there's this snapping sound as her legs kind of shift shapes, and her hands crack as fur runs across them and widen, and enormous claws form on the end of it. And in a few terrible moments of standing there, you are face to face with a humanoid tiger. Roll initiative.
Cool. 13.
You are actually first. She rolled a natural 3.
There's no sense of being pedantic. Is it possible for me to say that I was on watch, distracted by my newfound toy for an hour before this happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've had it for more than an hour either way. So
now
regardless of whether it was specific.
I'm being fully open that for me to augment, I need an hour uninterrupted with it, and flavor-wise,
you have been in possession of it more than an hour.
Okay. I don't want to be pulling anything on you here. Okay.
He pulled something on all of us. Pull things on him.
we are not.
But there was no thumbs in the suspenders. Would you say? I'm so sad. There it is. Thank you.
I don't think it's what you want to be doing here this evening. Okay. Well, since we got it, I am going to chuck a javelin of lightning straight at her because I do.
Sure. Yeah. Make an attack roll.
That's 22.
Absolutely hits.
Okay, so she's gonna take both the 1d6 plus 2. That couldn't have gone worse, and the lightning of,
which also didn't go well.
Yeah, it's not great. So she's gonna take 10 points of damage, 7 of that as lightning, 3 as piercing.
Okay. So you just whip this thing at her, and she is caught in mid change, and it just hits her full in the chest, and lightning sears through her.
And that is the 1 hour is to have changed over my attunement for returning. And so as it pierces and thumps into her, it comes straight back into my hand. Not having come to a rest, returning straight back. We've got 20 feet. Is there, in our ship, is there any sort of bell for me to ring that we've got? Is there a standard way that I would get attention, or do I just start screaming?
You all upgraded with a comms system.
We did.
So,
right.
essentially there's a system of what amount to speaking stones around the ship that you can communicate with each other across the ship like an intercom.
And are we going to agree that I am within movement to get to one?
I would say there's surely
Would
one
you
by the
say?
helm.
Now, I must ask of you in this moment. Then I will use my movement to get to one of those stones. No time for specifics. We're fighting up top. We're all about to get everything bad up here now.
Actually, halfway through the end of that, like halfway through the no time for specifics. We're all about to have get up, and then there's just a grunt because she pounces. So you hear just thump, 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 and then her feet leave the ground, and just with a cat-like snarl, catches you full in the back between your shoulder blades, and you and her both go over the railing and fall to the main deck.
Okay.
I know.
Now I'm fine with that. On the move, my bonus action would have been to summon my armor to me.
Okay. Yeah. So as your armor is
I
assembling.
leave to the stone with no armor, and I arrive to the stone armored.
Right. I am making a guess that a 19 still hits you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So yes, with a 19, she still hits you with claws, and you're going to take 6 slashing damage. And as you and her tumble over, she like latches on and then slashes at you again for more. And you take 9 slashing damage and hit the ground prone.
The first was 7.
Yes. So you took a total of 16.
Gross.
And you are bleeding from a terrible claw slash across your face as you land. And then she's going to try to bite you. That's a pretty bad roll. 15?
No.
Okay. But the armor like finishes wrapping around right as her jaws open, and you hear her teeth scrape over the shoulder plating of your arm as she tries to bite you, and then lunges off of you. You are prone on the ground.
And the bite was simply piercing damage? That was the attempt?
You didn't take any damage from it, but it would have been piercing damage, yeah.
Okay.
And I need everyone else to roll initiative as you wake up hearing Finian shouting over the comm system.
Oh my goodness.
20.
Nice.
That's a 5 for me.
Okay. What about Ellie?
So, 5 for me. Is that
Oof.
right? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. 4.
Okay.
It says.
Okay, so and we'll go into a regular initiative round here. So, Orin, you are up first.
Okay.
It is. Do you think Orin sleeps in one of the 4 crew rooms or one of the aft crew rooms?
I mean, Orin would probably sleep in one of the aft just so in case something happens during like a storm or something, he can get to his station quickly. So that would be, yeah.
Cool. In that case, it takes you 30 feet of movement to get onto the main deck. So at the
Okay.
end of 30 feet of movement, you have gotten to the top of the stairs. You come out on the deck, and you are about 20 feet from Finian, who's on his back with a humanoid tiger in torn clothes standing over him with blood on her claws.
Okay. Orin sees this happening and is about to open his mouth as out of nowhere golden light shoots out of his mouth and like stops him from speaking
Oh, tainted
as
gods.
the form of Saboteur emerges and says in a commanding voice at Zyra, stand down and your life will be spared, as he levels the great sword and casting command on Zyra. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
He's doing the grovel command.
Nice. Ooh, that's not good. That's only a 6. So surely 6 is not your DC. You're making a face like she passed.
No. I'm just trying to remember how to calculate that because that's not on my character sheet.
The base number is 8, I think. So
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
you are a functional character, so a 6
Yes.
does not beat your
Yes.
DC.
Fair enough.
The just ripple of celestial power that rolls out, the were tiger just lunges back, claws scraping the deck as she crouches in this, and hair standing up and bristling all over her in alarm at the sudden appearance of this figure.
Okay, so since it was the grovel command, on her turn, she will fall prone and then immediately end her turn, is what will happen with the command.
All right. And I think that's all of your stuff, right?
Yes.
Cool. Finian, you're up.
Okay, so she just went prone next to me.
She will go prone on her turn and not take a turn. She's not on top of you, but she is still next to you.
Okay. So with she's standing next to me, I wasn't prepared to do this because I thought she was going to move. So give me 2 seconds here, as this will need to do a moment of research. Okay.
Sorry. Also, Finian has 3 temporary hit points. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I'm just going to go off of the standard damage for the item. Reaching up the purple from the amulet, with the javelin in the left hand, he will reach up the amulet straight into his hand, and when it arrives, I will use a charge of transform, and it will be in the shape of a short sword, and I am gonna slice down on her, like at the ankle.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
I'm just gonna do the standard. I don't get a bonus for it being created, so just 1d6. Where are the regular dice options to roll? There we go. Oh, I have to attack first, huh?
It's true.
Oh, no. It will not hit. It looks cool.
Okay, so with a natural 1, you lash out and jam the you're not used to it's a new augment. You're not used to entirely used to the effects of the armor and the gauntlet, and you just overreach and just jam the short sword, an inch into the decking.
And just look up at her in that moment. And I'm sure this will open me up, but I have to try to roll to stand up.
Okay. Yeah, you can stand up. And as you are standing up, she suddenly, hit by this celestial power, drops into a low crouch and snarls like a frightened animal. And that's all that she can do because of the spell. And so it is Sohaina's turn.
So are we going to assign ourselves rooms like on our
We
little?
probably should.
Can I do that? Well, I guess it doesn't
Sure.
matter right this second, but I'd like to take the one across from Orin,
Okay.
the one next to the med bay.
Mhm.
I just want to be close to that. And so Heina comes barreling out, and she's got a nightcap on, a very silly floppy nightcap on, and she comes bounding up the stairs. Now, you had said how far away? This is happening 60 plus feet away. Is that?
So if you're in the room across from the one Orin was in,
Yes.
a movement of 30 feet will get you up the stairs onto the main deck, at which point you are about 20 feet away. You come up, you see Svoboda, you
Yep.
see a tiger crouched on the ground, Finian scrambling to his feet, clearly pretty substantially wounded, and you're there on the deck.
Okay. What I think, I have the sprinter feature. When you take the
Nice.
dash action, you gain extra movement equal to double your speed, effectively tripling your movement for your turn. Actually, I don't know if I need to do all of that because I think my movement by itself.
Your movement has brought her into range of most of the things you do. If
Yeah.
you wanted to get up against her and hit her with a melee weapon, that would require a dash because you are still about 20 feet away from her. But anything else she's probably in range of.
All right. So is she directly over Finian? Like,
She's not. She's
Okay.
sort of sprung away and is now crouching real low on the ground.
Okay.
Because of the spell that Svoboda cast.
Right, sure. So that'll be fine. She comes barreling up the stairs, and she starts a little bit when she sees Svoboda, and she takes her boomerang and wings it
Nice.
All right, so again, I need to do this. First I roll. So you roll a d20 first, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
that's correct.
that is an 18.
Nice.
Okay. And then you'd add your proficiency modifier, which is 2, and your strength or dex, unless you've already got the boomerang on your sheet with a bonus to it. But
Boomerang is a bonus of +5.
great. So it'd be 18 plus 5.
23.
So yeah, very much
Yeah.
hits.
All right. And so the damage, 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Here we go. 4. So that's 7.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so the boomerang strikes her as she grovels on the ground, and she yelps. And do you have a bonus action you want to do?
Can I do? I think the extra features that I have are more. Three times a day is what an inspire a creature with. I'd like to give Finian a little help. So I'm just trying to think: celebrate life or or bardic inspiration. Allies enraged can spend a hit die at start of turn or bardic inspiration 3 times. Inspire. Yeah, okay. We'll give Finian bardic inspiration, so the next roll adds a d6 to his roll.
Yep. So you've got a D6 bardic inspiration die that you can,
Yes,
I
please.
think, spend anytime in the next minute. I think
10
is-
minutes.
Awesome.
10 minutes. Next 10
Yeah.
minutes. Cool.
1d6. Got it. Thank you.
Very good. Then it is Ellie Wise's turn.
So if I am so sorry, looking at the maps.
Yeah.
Is it
So
true
you
for
can-
me that I also can get there?
Yes, you can also be on the deck in 30 feet, but you will be farther away from the fight because you are necessarily in one of the forward decks at this point.
Right.
And so you'd be about 40 feet from Zyra when you get up
Okay.
onto the deck and see everything.
Okay. And I mean, we've clearly been communicated that there was an attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see Finian's face is torn. Like Finian, clearly fighting has begun.
I'm going to look
Cool.
different after this. This is
And
not great.
Svoboda's here. Like,
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Hmm.
and
it's a
throw
premium
that
ray.
at and throw that
Layers
at
to the choke.
at her.
Okay,
And so that is 3 separate ones that I'm supposed to roll for.
correct.
And they're all going at her. The first one fails miserably with a 9.
Good news, crew. Ellie Wise does not choose to attack any of you with one of her scorching rays.
Hey, all right.
Although she has some words for Sam, who was supposed to watch what's happening.
Aggie came out and distracted Sam.
Mhm.
Aggie
They were
came out,
wrestling.
got a little excited. There are a couple of extra dents.
They were playing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
17.
17 does hit.
Excellent. I'll roll that damage. That is 7 for the
Okay.
second ray. And then the third ray, 16.
16 also hits. Sorry, I realized that was a question.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I can do math. 10 fire damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel good about that
Rad.
one.
Okay, so yeah, both of those rays of fire slash across her singeing fur and
then-
hurting her pretty badly.
Sam can go, right? My bonus action
that's
I can
correct.
give to.
Yes, you can give
Sam
your bonus
to
action to
attack?
Sam.
Sweet. Sam is going to spit fire at her.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Let me make sure that. Let me double check that range. Yes. Spit fire at her. Oh, Sam is so much better than I am with a 24.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Lost that die. And
Don't
she
need it.
does 7 damage.
Nice. So, the insanity that ensues when your crew goes into a fight, like Finian summons this armor, and then Orin comes out, and suddenly light just spews from Orin's mouth, and an angelic figure appears, and then Ellie arrives and just this fiery laser beams start blazing across the space.
And a little fire person attacks.
And a little fire person.
We are
starts
level
spitting fire.
3. We are
This
level
weretiger
3.
had no idea what she was getting herself into.
It's true. And it comes back around to Orin's turn.
How? Yeah, fair. I mean, is she bloodied? Like, how rough does she look in terms of?
She does not look bloodied.
Okay,
Oh, cool.
Oof.
then, Orin is going to, Svoboda is going to walk over to her, in her prone position, and she is no longer under command, and
Okay.
he rests. Oh, she's still technically prone though, from a mechanic standpoint. He rests his greatsword on the back of her neck and asks, "Do you yield?"
Fine. Fine, snarls the were-tiger. Less easy pickings than I thought.
Clearly. Who are you really?
I am Zyra.
And Svoboda turns to the other three and, shall we tie her up?
Finian's sword in his hand. As he lowers it and reaches down, it transforms into shackles, and he shackles her.
Svoboda kind of cocks his head at that, and impressive.
So,
Thank you.
as soon as it looks like you're going to shackle her, she decides that that apparently saying yes did not actually get Svoboda to back down. And so, yeah, no, she snarls and turns when you start walking up to try and shackle her. And I suppose, Orin, if you were saying you would had prepared an attack, you're free to take it.
Yeah, I mean, Orin would swing as soon as she made it clear that she was not going to honor her word. It's a natural 20.
Go.
Awesome.
Nice.
Do I roll double dice or do we just double the amount?
Just roll double dice. It's more fun.
Wish we were playing Yahtzee, because what the hell?
Oh.
That's 27 radiant damage as I rolled 4
Nice.
6s on my 4d6.
Holy cow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was bad.
I mean, as soon as she goes to move, Svoboda would have executioner style just tried to bring the sword down on her neck.
Sure.
As it's wreathed in radiant light. And since he dealt radiant damage to her with a melee weapon, she has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than Svoboda until the start of her next turn.
Okay.
And Svoboda looks at her confused, like, you lied.
And she looks up at you, grins fangoriously, and says, "Pirate."
And Finian gets 3 temporary hit points.
Cheers.
Whose turn it now is?
Can we just all take a moment for grins fangoriously? That is. Okay, thank you.
As she says pirate, releasing the shackles, and they return to his neck as they would in normal form. Because he primarily had been using a quarterstaff, it's very simple for him to take the javelin, twirl overhead, and stab down with it.
Okay.
So let's see if that'll work. That is back-to-back natural
Oh my
ones.
gosh.
Yeah, that's a no.
Am I getting luck points for these fails?
Unfortunately, not in combat. No.
Great.
And
yeah,
the natural ones are the only way in which we deal no damage. So
You
nothing.
do have the
in
extra
this.
D6 if that.
that won't get me to a hit.
yeah.
No.
No, an 11
I
will
was
do it.
going to use the D6 on damage, but
Yeah. You slam down with the javelin, and she just rolls aside, scorched and bleeding. Sorry, man. Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
no, because I'm not leaving the area.
And then, in a fit of rage, she springs at Svoboda.
Does that
and
go
it's gonna
past
make-
me?
No, you're both engaged with her. So she springs on the angelic figure. First attack is just an 11
That is a
as she
miss.
claws. Okay, so you're going to take half, which is 2 slashing damage. And then a second claw attack. Oh my gosh. 10.
10. Okay,
Yeah.
Philip, question.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it
Answer.
to be cheesy. Hellish Rebuke's requirement is just that I am damaged by a creature. We are doing
I think you gotta be
damage
hit.
on a miss. Okay.
I would say you got to get hit.
Okay. You said 11.
Yes.
That is another miss.
So that is going to be 3 slashing damage.
Alrighty.
Third claw attack is a 15. We're working our way up the scale very slowly.
Still a miss.
Okay. And that's going to be, we're also working our way very slowly up this D8. That's still going to be 3 because we round down. So she just has thrown herself and is just slashing at this sort of vague figure. And then the last attack will be a bite. 17.
17 would hit, but I'm going to use one of my unsealed aspects, Iridescent Shield. When a creature, I get to add 3 more to my armor class for that.
Nice.
Attack. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Svoboda extends a hand up, and radiant energy shields against the bite.
Okay. Then you're still going to take 6 piercing damage because I rolled a 9 on her D10.
Holy moly!
For the
Whoa.
half. So yeah, like bites down. This radiant field forms around, and her jaws like press through and just cut the skin, but don't pierce. And that's all of her attacks. That is 4 attacks and not a 1 hit.
I did not get hit. I went from 32 to 18 hit points without getting hit by an attack.
It's working. So that's her turn. So Haina, you're up. You just saw her just go berserk against Svoboda.
Yeah, so she does not like that because she has her crush, and so she barks a little bit and takes her dagger and attempts to slash.
Awesome.
All right. Oh, poopy.
Mhm.
9 plus my proficiency, that is 11.
11 will not hit, but you still get to roll damage and she takes half of it.
Do you know I have 4 luck points?
You do.
I do. Can
Would
I
you like to spend some portion of that?
Yes, can I what happens with 1 luck point? I add
A
D4
D4, then a D6, then a D8, then a D10.
and 6. Let me think about this. I would like to spend 2 of my luck points to roll a D6. So how many would I probably need more than that to actually hit. 9
Depends on what you roll. Yeah.
Boo, 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 boo. Let's. All right, we're gonna roll a D8. We're gonna take 3 of those points.
Okay.
And try to roll
Love
a D8.
it.
Yeah, we're doing
Get
this.
lucky.
Okay. Come on, Schwartz. Oh, blech. That's a 2.
So you get to an 11.
Yes.
Alas, an 11 still does not hit.
I know you feel terrible about it. Hold on, let me take these 3 luck points away.
I do. You spent a lot of resources on that. That doesn't feel great.
That's okay. I plan on, you know what? I plan on being lucky.
There you go.
Later. So, you said I get to do what now?
You can still roll the damage. You still roll damage, and she just takes half of it.
All right. So my dagger is 1d4 plus 3. Wait, I'm so sorry. There was a bonus on the dagger that was plus 5. So 11 and 5 would have been 16.
So 16.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Okay. So 1d4 plus 3
Plus
piercing.
3. Yes.
I have to get used to looking at these d4s. This is very silly.
D4s are strange.
Yeah, I've
because
got...
they're all different too. So that's
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Big number. 3
Hey,
plus 3
okay.
piercing.
So 6 damage. Okay.
And that I feel like, can I give Finian an extra? Can I do a celebrate life? Allies in range can spend a hit die at the start of turn and add my charisma to the result.
You can. And now it seems to say allies in range.
It does indeed.
So that would seem to suggest that it's not just Finian.
Correct. And that makes sense because my angel crush should have some as well. So there you go. I'm celebrating life.
Okay.
All right. So yes, so Sahaina is just radiating joy and encouragement in her barking.
As she does.
So will you look in the description of the ability? Is it an action? Can they spend a hit die or just say, can they spend a hit?
Allies in range can spend a hit die at start of turn and add your charisma to the result.
Cool.
I can look it up in the player's guide too. Okay.
That seems right.
Okay.
So no action. Everyone has the option to spend a hit die and gain that many when at the start of their turn.
Thank you.
Ellie-wise.
I'm gonna do it again.
Sure, it worked last time.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
Oh,
Oops.
well, the first one's a 1, so that didn't hit.
That did not. Yeah. So
I'm gonna go back to
there's
rolling my physical die.
There's a black scorch line across the deck behind her.
All right, that's better. That is a 25.
25 will hit. Yeah.
And that does... Aha! Max damage, 14 fire.
Nice.
Y'all are rolling great on damage dice.
And unbelievably and so believably, another 1.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you traded die.
Yeah.
Well, I did after the first one.
So the second ray just catches her full in the chest as she's trying to tear into Finian, or into Svoboda. But the third misses and carves a path across one of the a little bit of the mast.
Sorry.
Okay.
And then Sam is gonna spit some fire.
Yeah.
As
For
he does.
18.
18 hits.
Sorry. And then... Oh, sorry. I cheated. Let me re-roll that real quick. And does 7 damage.
Nice. Okay, yeah, another little ball of fire strikes her, and she staggers sideways, snarling in pain and fear. Orin.
I mean, Svoboda is going to ask once again, do you yield?
Do your worst.
I love it.
And Svoboda gives kind of a forlorn sigh as he, with no mirth or joy, brings his greatsword up and just seeks to, bring it straight down on Zyra.
Okay.
That is a 21.
21 hits.
Mm.
That is 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
And she's still up, I'm guessing.
Yep.
As a bonus action, Svoboda presses a hand to his chest and says, "Regardless of the hate in your heart, you will not harm me." And he casts Shield of Faith on himself as radiant light wreathes him, and he has a +2 to his AC for the rest of the duration, which is 10 minutes concentration. And that is his turn.
Making it Finian's.
Ignore the roll I just made. Apologies.
That's
No, you have to explain yourself.
I made a roll that you should ignore. The end.
She's celebrating life by making acrobatics checks.
Ta-da!
Oh, yeah. My turn. I'm celebrating life right now. What do I get to add to the D10?
It says add your charisma to the result.
So your
I meant to
charisma
do that.
modifier
I'm sorry.
is
Can I do
what?
that, please? I'm
Yes,
just
you
a
can do
baby.
I add mine or I add her charisma?
Sohina's.
Yes.
What's Sohina's charisma modifier?
Which is?
Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-be-doo. Charisma. Where am I? +4.
Nice.
I rolled yet another 1, this time on a hit die.
Oh,
Yeah,
plus
man.
4.
Maybe you should play this game when we're not recording to get better at it, so that when you're doing it for an audience, you're not so bad.
Who's this mean? Your turn, Finian.
What's the not that I care how far away Oren is from her at this moment. What's he swung with a great sword? What's the distance between them?
They're adjacent to each other. Yeah.
Okay.
And is Colin able to use like bardic inspiration at the same time too? This is just for my edification. If he's used the celebrate life.
Yes. Yeah, he still has the bardic inspiration. Yep.
Okay.
I'm buffed to the gills right now. Well, then we won't go throwing. We will make another attempt. Pull the javelins tip out of the boards on the floor, spin around again, and give another stab at her. And this time we will use that bardic inspiration. To make a 15.
The 15 does hit.
Huzzah.
Woo!
We get to damage something.
So the special lightning thing is just
Right.
once a day. So it is just
Yeah,
a
no,
javelin
it's
moment.
just
Three.
the javelin. So, yeah. For
You
3.
rolled another 1.
I'm done with the digital. The dice are out.
Wow.
Get
Here
him.
we go.
Get him. She's looking very, very badly hurt. And let's see.
I agree, bud.
Right?
Dying.
Okay. I got it. All right. So she is going to round on Finian.
Mm-hmm.
She will have
Eric, is that-
disadvantage.
Okay. What is that from?
It's part of the vessel.
Just anytime you hit?
Anytime I deal radiant damage with a melee weapon.
Okay.
So I specifically have to
So-
be Svoboda for that to happen. But
Right. So she is going to lunge at Finian and bite for 16.
Nope.
No.
Not
Really?
in armor.
Look at you with your fancy armor.
Mhm.
And then she's going to make another attack. Would you make an athletics or acrobatics check, if you would? Okay.
5.
Against 13. So she bites at you, you fend it off, and then she seems to sort of wriggle around you, her claws catching, and you are grappled. And then she is going to yeah, that's good. She's gonna fling you and her backwards off the railing.
Sweet.
Yeah, so she's gonna drag you. I'm gonna give you another strength check to oppose this as she tries to just fling you both off, and Saboteur can take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
I'm gonna say she's got some cover as she's hauling Finian, but other than that, you can make it. What's your athletics check with real dice there, Finian?
21.
There.
Nice.
Guess who's back?
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's Svoboda's attack?
23.
23 hits.
Hey, that is 14 radiant damage.
Brad.
Okay, so Finian, just as she's flinging herself backwards, Finian manages to slip her grasp just as Svoboda's sword passes through the space that Finian was in, catching her, and she is flung, bleeding overboard into the water, and floats away, unmoving.
Yay!
Y'all don't seem happy.
I know. Is it over?
I don't.
I'm trying to determine if I should let her float away.
Right.
Svoboda looks sad that, like, as he watches her fly overboard and just
Oi.
and
Appreciate
looks
the
at
help
his
there,
sword.
friend.
Of course,
Valiant.
this one
Valiant of you.
I'm here to help in however I can, and this one seems to care for you.
I thought y'all were being like metaphorical.
What about?
Oh, hi, I am Svoboda.
Hi.
Oh, right.
Right. You've not.
My name's Ellie. You seem to be real, which is exciting.
I believe I am, yes.
Quite. Yeah.
You also seem to be real.
Sometimes.
This is delightful. Wait, what?
So do we fish a tiger out of the ocean? What?
Right.
I mean,
Go
she
ahead,
was was she dead when she fell overboard? Like,
I mean, you don't have an opportunity to take a pulse, but
that's fair.
you hit her really good with a great sword, and she went limp and fell in the water.
Yeah,
I have
Svoboda,
a bucket of harpoons, you guys.
Svoboda,
Your boat is going one way. She is drifting with the tide, with the current, and your boat is seemingly like just sort of listing aimlessly.
All right. She broke something down below.
Svoboda says her soul has left her body. She is merely meat floating in the sea at this point.
Oh. I'm gonna quite like you, bloke.
Ew.
Thank you. And at this point, you see Svoboda begin to fade, and like Orin obviously like mimics his movements, but as he fades away, you see Orin's arms finally like break free and like shooing away the wisp. And it's like,
like you're in smoke. Like,
yeah, like we should probably do something about the rudder.
I don't think you understand how amazing that is. He is. Am I crazy? He is gorgeous.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Simply.
It's really
Gorgeous.
happening.
Can
We
she
told
stay
you.
longer?
We told you. Right. I don't think you could have.
Thank you,
Found
everyone. We are floating in the open sea.
No, we're well aware. You see that from the inside, and I promise you it's better out here. And Finian grabs a rope to go over the edge as the ship's mechanic and see what's broken down there.
As Finian goes
Will you
overboard, Orin turns to Sahaina and says, and for the record, he can stay about 10 minutes at a time, and then he has to go away for a while.
Okay, if you can let me know in advance, that would be great. And she realizes she has her nightcap on still and rips it off her head, and she's like, yeah, let me know in advance next time if you could.
It seems to be when we are in mortal peril that he shows up, so
Okay.
yes.
There you go.
Noted.
Do not put yourself in mortal peril so we'll show up.
So Hannah just jumps off the ship.
I can't do it until I rest from it.
It's that episode of 30 Rock where Jenna keeps risking injury to
Get the
resummon the
fireman.
hot fireman. Okay, so Finian, if I can get a roll from you with your Tinkerer's tools using your intelligence, this is going to determine how long it takes you to fix the rudder, and that will be important.
That is all said and done 20.
Great.
I
So
hope so.
you luckily seem to have interrupted before she could do damage to other aspects of the steering system, and so you're able to pretty quickly reconnect the line that allows the wheel to turn the rudder properly, and get the steering control back on the helm. At which point you all can begin to move away at a better pace and with, in the direction you want to go. There's some delay in your journey because of this due to drifting off course a bit, but you're able to correct pretty quickly. And by the time the sun rises, you're fairly confident that you're back on course and will make 7th near to the time that you would have expected to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So, well done. You survived the attack by a were-tiger.
Huzzah.
At sea. A
And no one
were-tiger
got
attack
infected.
at sea.
You'd expect to wear shark.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
Okay.
the moon is setting when the Wild Heart crew haul the dead tiger up onto the deck.
Oh boy.
The were-shark Blackfin stands over her and looks up at the sky, waiting quietly, as the clouds pass over, waiting as the 13 moons revolve overhead, until the moon of Alarun, which is full at the moment, finally breaks over the horizon and casts its light across the deck, at which point the wounds seem to slowly close and the tiger's body gasps breath back in wet fur. And she looks up. The were-shark looks down. Did you give any of them the gift? No. They were formidable prey. They're out of 7th. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Gonna kill any castaways we find.
I have a
I know. we're
bucket
so
of
good.
That's the
harpoons.
lesson.
What's the
That's
lesson, Philip?
Murder all castaways. That's the lesson.
I should have chosen gory. I have a bucket of harpoons.
Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Blades and Banners. If you'd like to see more of the lovely people, there's descriptions and links to all of their various things in the description down below, as well as to our Discord and our merch store. New episodes of Blades and Banners come out on Mondays. You can join us for watch parties in Mia's Discord, The Sandbox. Our Q&A show, The Ship's Log, comes out somewhat whimsically every-ish Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
Choose gore.